So I'm going to focus mostly on the economy and the implications politically, potentially for President Biden today, Willie. So on inflation, as everybody knows, inflation soared up, got to 9.1% at its peak in 2022. But here's what's happened in 2023. Inflation, which is this black line, subsided, got down to 3.1% at the end of the year. But here's what maybe most people don't know, that within inflation, the price of goods, with television sets, toys, bicycles, things like that, has been basically zero for the last several months. And that's because during the pandemic, people bought a lot of stuff, drove the prices up. But now, as people found, presumably over the holidays, there were some relative bargains, at least, to be had. So inflation has actually turned way down. But what people probably don't know is what the effect has been on their incomes. I think most Americans still feel, and I understand why they feel it, that they've been left behind by inflation in terms of their purchasing power and their ability to buy things and provide for their families. But in actual fact, since the beginning of the Biden administration, for the average American, typical American, their income, even adjusting for inflation, is up 6.6%. That's not nothing. Obviously, we'd like it to be more, but it's not nothing. But here's what's even more surprising, if you're not surprised yet, which is that people at the bottom actually did better in relative terms than people at the top. People at the bottom saw their inflation-adjusted incomes go up by almost 14%, while people at the top saw their inflation-adjusted incomes go up by 1.6%. And we don't wish ill on anyone. We certainly want people everywhere to do well. But the idea that people at the bottom in the last 3 years have done better percentage-wise than people at the top should be very good news to Americans.